Hello, today I'm going to be showing you how to set up a free WordPress site. So as you can see, I've gone to the WordPress website, wordpress.com/start/user, and I've put in my email address, and now you can see I'm looking for a username which isn't taken. Eloise A. Hunter is available, and now I'm going to choose a password. You'll have to choose a password which is secure because my all digits password was not secure enough. There, create account. Now I get to choose a domain. So that's basically the URL. It's what people will type into the address bar when they want to visit your website. So I want to use my name, and I think you should use your name as well, or something more specific to what your blog will be about. So I've typed in my name, and let's see if that's available. So you can see it's got different options, and now if you want to pay for a domain, then you've got a lot more options, but we are working on a free blog platform. So as you can see, eloisehunterblog.wordpress.com is available for free. So that's what I'm going to use. Select, and then it's got all these different plans, but I don't want to pay for anything. So I'm going to say, start with a free site. So you see it over there at the top right. And now it's just going to take a while to process, to set it all up. And what I want to do is just write and publish. That would also be your goal. And then it's going to do a little bit more thinking. I haven't really decided what my blog is about yet because I've just started doing this video to help you out. So I'm just going to put something else. So now I have to decide. And one of the blogging angles that we discussed was to take people on a journey. So I've decided now, just in the moment, that and you mustn't do this in the moment, I would like you to be far more considered than my demonstration. I've decided to call my blog something about Eloise Learns to Cook, because I want to have it as a personal brand, but I also wanted to have an angle that people can relate to. So my blog name, I'm just, coming up with an idea. Let's get cooking. Now, the tricky part is that's a very obvious blog name. So if I copy it and then paste it into Google, Let's Get Cooking blog, you can see that there are so many other blogs that have the same name on YouTube, Facebook, websites. So that's a terrible idea because it'll get lost, remember, because of search engine optimization. If you are one of hundreds, then it's very unlikely that as a startup you are going to be at the top. So if I search South African cooking blog, oh, there we go. So it's something that other people have made lists about, but nobody else has named their blog a South African cooking blog. So that's what I'm going to call it. South African Cooking, Eloise Learns to Cook in South Africa. So that will be just my demonstrative angle. Eloise Learns to Cook South African food. And now I'm going to, instead of drafting my first post, I'm going to go to a design. So you can see how there are free templates that you can use. So you don't have to start from scratch. So you just scroll through. As you can see, some of them are, that one that I like is premium. Unfortunately, I don't want to pay for anything. So I'm going to keep scrolling until I see a blog design that I like that is free. And you will have the same options available to you. I also like that one, and it's premium, typical. Other one that I like is premium, typical. So I'm just going to click on this one. Ellen Russell. That's the end of the available templates, design templates. So there you go. This is demonstrating what it will look like. So you can just scroll through what the website will, the rest of the template. And as you can see, they are designed to be responsive to different screen sizes. And that's very cool because if somebody views your blog on a phone, it will look different than if they view it on a computer screen. It's a very important part of web design. Okay, great. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to say, let's get started. And now it's having a little bit of a think. So just processing, setting it up, loading. I promise I have fiber. It's not my internet that's slow, it's WordPress that's slow. There, write your first post. Okay, great. So as you can see, it is a very easy platform to start writing. Look, it's all very clean. I've decided to have my very first blog post just explaining the reason for the blog. So I've titled it, Why Am I Here? And now I'm just typing out a little description. When you are typing your blog, it does matter how you word things and what keywords you use. So if I want to make sure that people are looking for South African recipes, then my blog will come up. So I'll use the word recipe and cooking and South Africa inside my blog, but without keyword stuffing. Okay, so this is just me demonstrating how easy it is to type in some text, and also that you need to be very clear about your intentions with the blog so that people know what your angle is. And then I'm going to show you some other aspects of building a blog post, such as inserting an image and editing that image and adding alt text. It's all coming. I don't know why when I was recording this I got so into typing my first blog post. And while I'm typing this out, maybe you're reading what I'm writing and thinking, oh, this blog needs a better title to be SEO optimized, to be search engine optimized, SEO friendly. Why am I here? Maybe not. Okay, so now I'd like, so you can say it's got type slash to insert a block. So blocks is basically, it's a different type of information rather than simple text. So then you can insert an image, upload an image, and then you can't see it, but it's just popped up with a file, and then I've just clicked on a random image that I just happen to have from building the slides for these lessons. And then you've got different options for your image. So I'm going to type in a caption. It's very important to include captions for your images for SEO, and so that your user, your reader, your audience knows what they're looking at. As you can see, there are a bunch of different options for your image. You can crop it, you can turn it into a link, you can change where it's aligned, like next to your text rather than in between, things like that. So I've decided that I'm going to put the text on top of it. So make it bold. Just imagine that's a photo of me. And then you've got other options for formatting your text, but I was actually looking for how to change the color. And now if you look to the right, that's where you can select the color for your text. And I've just figured that out. Color. And I want my text to be white. There we go. And then as you can see, you can also choose the background for your text. I'm clicked on a gray and it says, nope, that looks terrible. And the link, there is no link. So I don't need to worry about that. And it gives you tips about how visible the color will be. It's got advanced options as well for your text if you want it to be an anchor or anything like that. But I don't, so I'm going to go back to my image and type in the alt text. So alt text is very important for SEO because remember, a search engine cannot see what the image is of. So your alt text describes what's in the photo using keywords to make sure that if somebody searches your blog or keywords related to your blog in images, then you come up. So if somebody searches South African recipes or South African cooking or Eloise cooking, then if they search images, this image should come up. So now I'm going to click Save Draft because I've demonstrated what I meant to demonstrate. It's very easy. But there's also, if you want to go deeper and get more involved in the design, as you can see, you can. So now I'm just going to click on the name of my blog there on the top left. And this is the home page for the blog. And I'm going to edit that page. it's very important that you click through your entire template and make sure that you personalize everything and don't leave the default text in there, because it's so unprofessional, especially if you end up with a lorem ipsum template. Lorem ipsum is the gobbledygook language which is used in web design as fill text, which is very common in templates. So Eloise Hunter is an aspiring cook living on the east coast of South Africa. Keywords. We've got cook, we've got South Africa, we've got my name. We can replace images that are there. If I could click upload, and I'll opening up the same file that I saw that you didn't see last time. And this is just an image that I had. You will choose better images. And there again, I'm including alt text, a photo of blogger Eloise in the kitchen. If that's what it is of, I imagine that I will have proper photos, and you can see you can change the size. Isn't that cool? So everything that's on this page, you can edit. Don't worry, the video is almost over. I just want to show you the last few things that you might want to update on your free WordPress template. I really don't like the phrase humble beginnings, but I was keen to wrap this up. So just make sure that if you're writing something, it has a purpose. Right now I was thinking of keywords and I typed in Durban and I thought, no, South Africa. As you can see, this is what you'd call your blog roll with all the recent posts. And then at the bottom, it's got this little subscribe text. I think offering a weekly newsletter is too much for my workloads. I'm just going to offer a monthly newsletter with exclusive content. So that's where I can maybe share my flops, because I'm going to mostly blog about my successes, and then maybe the gimmick for my newsletter would be, look at the recipes that I tried and failed, and then I've given subscribers an idea of when they can expect it. And now I've hit the about and it didn't go anywhere. But anyway, we'll figure it all out. So that's WordPress, very simply.